Hi, excuse the attire, no statement necklace because I'm supposed to be in the middle of cleaning. I do say supposed to be because I very easily get sidetracked. I don't seem to be anywhere near the camera. Oh, here I go, you can tell I'm such a professional camera person, can't you? Is that any better? You can probably see all the dog wipes now. You've noticed I've watered the plant so it has recovered. Right, what have I got to say? Big news is the launch of the Cloud9 Gallery webpage. Went fantastically well. Thank you for everybody who went to have a look. I'll put the link underneath. It's cloud9.com, but the 9 is written out as N-I-N-E, yeah? Cloud9.com. Or is it cloud9gallery.com? I'll have to look up that up. So don't quote me. Anyway, it went fantastically well. I believe they had a really good sales day and I sold a green shawl. It was like shades of green that were all done in different yarns and that. And it was the Doris Channel shawl pattern. So, yay! I sold something on the first day, so I'm chuffed. And they did have a good sales day. And it's been lovely because I know that a lot of people in the US or even in the south of England or Scotland or other places that can't visit Bacup because Bacup's not the easiest place to get to unless you're local. And all wanted to have a chance to look in. At the moment there's only a mere fraction of what's, you know, on sale in the shop. But I know they've got big plans to put more things on it. So just, well, I give you the link, just stay updated, keep looking back because I'm sure it will change, you know, from day to day, week to week. What have I been doing? Falling. Yep. Don't ask me why, but Buster's dog basket, well, dog bed, is plastic bed, has always been in the same place. But last night, for some reason or other, I stepped back, fell over it, and landed up sitting in it. Luckily, Buster was in it at the time. He was asleep on the sofa. Otherwise, we could have had, you know, a demised dog. And so I sat there and, you know, to add to injury, the wall clock fell off and hit me behind the head and landed on my hand. Demise of clock. Not working anymore. I'd already ordered a new kitchen clock because that one stopped. So I finished up having to order. I mean, it's been an expensive time while my son's been, well, my son's gone now. But while my son was here, it's been an expensive time with a new frying pan and a new TV and a new whatever. Or a new fan. I bought a new fan as well. But I have to take advantage of him being here with a car because otherwise I can't go these places. Anyway, you can picture the scene. I am sitting there in the dog bed, stunned, dazed, and I can't get up. Other people can use their knees, you see, to get up. You can turn yourself over, can't you? Get on your hands and knees and push yourself up. I can't do that. I did have a try, but I couldn't do it. So I sat there for a good 10 minutes pondering my fate, wondering what I was going to do, whether I was going to spend the night curled up in the dog bed. Anyway, I managed to do a bottom shuffle, complete with dog bed. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Quite an amusing sight. I wish I'd have been videoing myself. All the way across to the recliner, and then luckily I've got quite strong arms and I managed to push myself up. This morning I comes down and the knob had been knocked off one of the drawers on my unit. You know, the units I had behind me, well, this one's got drawers on it. Broken the knob completely off as I fell. So it was quite an expensive time, really. I mean, I managed to put the knob back, but you can see where I've cracked all the wood and everything. I've got to technical it back, but I was more bothered because, as you know, with my spinal problems, I'm at the stage where nothing might happen and I might be fine until I die. They do want to do another operation on me, but I'm going to die. But at this stage of my life, I could go on forever and nothing would ever happen. Or I could go over a jolt or a bump in the road and the piece of my spine that's pressing on the cord could, you know, we won't go into that, but it's not present. So every time I jar, jolt, bang my back, I'm always like on pins, you know, checking whether my legs are still working and things like that. Anyway, I'm still here. Everything's fine. Yay! What have I been doing? Not a lot. It's supposed to be a crochet challenge, isn't it? So I'll show you what I've done. Da-da-da. Oh, it's upside down. Da-da-da. About 4 inches. That's about the sum total of about, I don't know, a week's work. I blame my son, but I can't blame him really because he wasn't in 3/4 of the time. Right, that's the pattern I'm using, the same old pattern. If you want to know what the link is, you'll have to troll back. It's called Hollywood, and I got it off eBay, actually, can't remember. But I did put a free link if you troll back far enough. What was I doing? Well, you know, I've been doing dolls' clothes, and I was going looking in. You can tell they're so old, these, they are dropping to bits. My mum used to subscribe to this magazine for me when it was unheard of to get magazines from the US. She thought I was crazy. Anyway, this one's from the summer of '65 and it cost 75 cents. Didn't cost me 75 cents, of course. It cost me a lot more because it was imported, again, which was unheard of. And that one is spring and summer 1964. But they do have quite a lot of nice dolls' clothes in. Most of them are falling to bits. I've got some in the still in the pantry, but most of them are like this, minus cover, very battered, very torn, very ripped up. But I will not part with them for a king's ransom. They were my first introduction into how you know, the US crochet differs from the UK. It used to puzzle me, you know, because I was quite a young crocheter at the time. What, 1964? Be about 19. I was born 45. Yeah, be about 19. But still in the beginning stages of my crocheting, really, and there wasn't many patterns, so I wasn't used to reading patterns. But it did totally confuse me because I hadn't heard, you know, that there was differences in the lingo between our two countries. And it used to confuse me no end because I was sitting there thinking, well, mine doesn't look like that pattern, you know, mine doesn't look like that. And of course I'd never heard of, you know, fingering weight wool, worsted weight wool, you know, we're talking pre-Ravelry, we're talking pre-internet. There was no place I could look up what it actually meant, you know, there was nowhere. There was nobody I could ask because I didn't know anybody who lived in America. And so, you know, I had a fun time when I was younger trying to make head and tail. But I reached them out because there's some gorgeous little patterns in for, you know, Cindy Barbie that I can perhaps make smaller, you know, for this little, whatever she's called, Pippa doll. The doll I have is actually borrowed from a friend, and she's moving house at the minute, so she doesn't need it just right now. But I ordered a very cheapo version of a doll. Mine doesn't have the bendy knees or anything like that, but provided it's the same size as this Pippa, it will do for what I need it for, which is just the measurements, you know? Because all I'm doing is making clothes. Well, I will be when I get around to it. Right, I think that's just about it, really, except my dog walker's just come back and said that there's a man flashing in the woods. Not nice when there's children around, it's children's holidays. Anyway, I've put it on my Facebook and I reported it too. There's like a little local, not a vigilante, because they don't go out, you know. But it's a little group, you know, from a little area that keeps people updated with all bits of news and that. So I've put it on there, hoping that either, you know. I mean, apparently he did apologise when she told him off. She said, do you mind putting it away, please, you know? I mean, she's a mature lady like myself, but, well, younger than me, but, you know, she's a mature lady. So it didn't kind of worry her as much as, you know, but children, I mean, it's not pleasant, is it? Apparently, according to one of my friends on Facebook, it happens quite a bit in there. But I must say, in all the years I ever took the dog in there, I never saw a thing. Perhaps I wasn't flash material. Thank God. Not that I want to be flash, please don't flash me. Anyway, I think that's about all my news. I will put a link to the Cloud9 web page, so please do take a look. And if you don't see what you like at the moment, then don't just look once and then don't look again, because it's in its infancy. It only opened on Sunday, and they just put like the minimum on, if you get my meaning, just to open up the web page. So they will be adding more and more and more as they go along. But they just wanted enough on to do the launch, yeah. So you will see a couple of my, well, you might see my shawl if it's still there, but it'll say sold underneath it. Anyway, in the meantime, just keep watching my Facebook page, please, Urban Gypsy Crochet, or Jan Carruthers if you want to be a personal friend of mine. I don't mind either way. I'm quite chatty, I chat to most. So anyway, I better get on with me cleaning because I haven't done any yet, even though it's whatever. Oh, I can't. 12:30 according to my clock, because it stopped and it never went any further. So it's, what time is it? Can't see. Oh, I don't know. No idea what time it is. None at all. Anyway, bye for now. Don't forget to look at gallery webpage. Bye now. Oh, and Buster says hello, by the way.